Good morning. A little wander around the veggie garden. It's been just over a week since we've been out here. It's nice and early, bright sky. It's my little strawberry patch I've started up. I've got 3 different types of strawberries in here going really well. I've planted, nothing's coming up yet, but I have planted some more basil. Can't have enough basil up in these pots here. And I've got some, just popped the pot under there. It does get some morning sun. That's some flat leaf parsley, doing really well. My raspberry plant, looking really good and just starting to come along nice and strong. Got given this compost bin. My brother, he doesn't use it anymore. Had a broken bit at the back, but I've sort of fixed that up a bit. It's nice and big. I have to start a new compost. These down here are my other yellow squash plants, little button squash. Just got some starting to come through. I didn't think these had survived. They've been eaten by the dog. And this cucumber here hadn't done anything. Now it's taken off. And if you've seen my other videos, I put purple beans in because none of this was growing. So now the purple, it's stacked. There's too much stuff here. But we'll leave it all in. We can crowd each other up. So purple beans have gone up the side and really starting to grow really fast, which is great. I planted some little radishes down here. They've popped up. They're on those little tape strip planters. My zucchinis here are starting to grow up. I've got lots of little zucchinis, but not many big ones. However, on the zucchini plant over here, starting to get real size zucchinis. So there's a good one there. There's a couple over the back side stuff. I'll harvest that bigger one today. I don't like them getting too big. And the vertical planting is starting to work. So I'll take a couple more off it today. The self-sown bean over the back has gone bananas. Lots of nice flowers on it. And it's popping right up. It's way over my head. And it's making this arch actually do arch things. My other button squash has these leaves that come all the way out here with a dog chomp mark. He does love to have chomps on this on the way past. Don't know why. It's doing really well. It's got lots of flowers on it. Not much else is happening. Whoops. Well, that's a flower that's fallen off. Compost bin. And this is the other button squash that I planted. I didn't know they got this big. Anyway, I'll know that for next year. Okay, my tomatoes, these yellow tomatoes. I've got lots of tomatoes on there. I'll have to pick a few today by the looks of it. It's almost, they're almost meeting the tomatoes in the middle. Really enjoying this arch I put in this year. I've also got a dog doing some funny things. These big black Russians, I'm just not going black. They just keep getting bigger. So there's about half a dozen of the big curly black Russians in here, plus some bigger ones. Some other ones, not big ones, but other ones starting at the top here. Some bigger ones, and it's making its way up as well. Another button squash down there. I think I've got a punt of them and just dotted them around. But these cucumbers are all looking really healthy and have started to climb. I'm just getting little cucumber plants popping out. There's another one here. It's got the spiky cucumber on it. I've already had one eaten it off the other plant. It's looking really good. Lots of corn up the back is doing its thing. It's really small. These ones are big-ish. I've seen corn a lot bigger. But it's my first go at growing corn, and this is probably the worst spot in the garden. I just put corn here to fill it up. Another purple bean that I planted about the same time as the others, and there's actually 3 in here somewhere. Amongst this, yeah, there's another one there. So hopefully they'll grow up and over. These dwarf butter beans are just about done, I think. There's not much more. I keep pulling these silly nasturtiums out of the way. This is the other bean. It's sort of taken off again. And the 2 pumpkin plants over the back here, plan the one to grow up over this little woodshed, hopefully. Okay, to the other side. Beans galore. I've been picking off this. I haven't picked them all last night. Lots of little beans still going really strong, and they've sort of taken off a bit. I have done a little bit of fertilising and stuff and put some slow release. There's a bean I missed. Anyway, there's plenty of beans in there. It's just finding them. Now, this cucumber has decided he's going to grow. He's about a bit more than waist height at the moment. And I've had one cucumber off it. Have a look under the leaves. Oh, there's another one going there. So there it comes. And this one, father-in-law cucumber, not doing much, but this one has decided to go out in all directions, which is fine. And it's got some cucumbers growing off it. So we'll hope for them. This tomato plant is way over head height now. It has 1,000,001 tomatoes on it. It's one of the self-sown ones. Some lovely red tomatoes. I've got enough tomatoes now that I'm well and truly in front. This other self-sown tomato in the middle, I thought it would be the same as this one, but it's not. It's yellow. So I've got a couple of yellow ones in. These are quite small, these yellow ones, but that's all good. The Rapunzel is doing its Rapunzel thing. Super long. Some more tomatoes I'll pull off. And I'll trim off these ones that we've picked. Obviously picked all these tomatoes. And it's looking really good. I love the way they hang down. Almost catching up to the other side. Basil in a pot. Doing basil things. Pulled a few leaves off that. Not many though. This is all flat leaf parsley. I threw seeds in a pot. I haven't grown things from seeds before. Overcrowded them. Don't care. I'll do better next year. I gave this a trim this week. It was starting to grow out over the... You could barely walk through. You would never know. It's still throwing some flowers and a lot of new growth. This big pumpkin here keeps growing and growing. It's nearly the whole length of the garden bed. I did try helping it do its thing by pollinating, and this one's come up. I hand pollinated that one and it's gone really big. There are some others around. I won't dig around. The capsicums, I've got to keep breaking this off and pulling it away. I've got some flowers and they're looking really good as well. And there's another one in there. They've come on strong. They're looking healthy. They were yellow and now dark green. There's another bean. Beans from the other side. Lots of beans. My wife got this little bird bud. She thought it was bigger. It's really, really tiny. But we have little birds. This thing is a flowering thing that just keeps flowering. Climb up on a ladder and try and poke some of it across. I cut this back to it's just a few bare timbers at the start of the year. So I will do that once it dies off at the end of the year. The woodshed's looking rather woody. Swiss chard, I'll be able to start using this, picking this. Any ideas Swiss chard, please let me know. But someone told me just break off a few leaves and throw it in your salad. I will do. Pots of colour. Love the pots of colour. My wife's really into flowers, and in the backyard we've got pots everywhere. My small mulberry bush has new leaves on it, and these other flowers, someone could tell me what that flower is. I don't know. It was in the bargain bin, unlabelled. So all the other things. Looking really good. These are the chairs my wife bought, the table. We've been sitting out here in the afternoon. It's the middle of summer. I've got my fire pit. I'm ready to go. Now, you see my video from yesterday? That's my dill and sage and lemon stuff. These are all the plants I want to put in here. So this back row is cucamelons, lettuces. The ones that haven't come up are poppies, and the front one are beetroot. So that'll come up well. More of my flowers. I'm yet to get rid of all this stuff yet. That's a job for today. Lots and lots of healthy growth. Lots and lots of flowers. Heaps of flowers. Don't know what they are, but they look good. They fill along this back fence. Now, speaking of flowers, oops, yeah, these chilies, I tried one the other day. They are really hot, so they will be good. Just gotta watch out for landmines. Haven't cleaned them up. This, the lettuce I planted last week has come up strong. Mixed lettuce. This pumpkin here is growing under the sunflowers, and I just keep putting little wooden stakes just to guide it so it goes. I want it to go behind the sunflowers at the back there. It gets in the way of these chili plants a little bit, but that's okay. These chili plants still seem to be doing really well. I have planted spring onions here. Nothing's come up yet. Lettuce, more lettuce. And speaking of sunflowers, I've got sunflowers, and the bees are loving it. So 2 big ones are out. Oops, watch out bees. One just about out at the back. They're well over my head height. They're great to look out the window at. Another one that's coming out, just coming out today. Wasn't out yesterday. Told my wife it'd be out today. Pumpkin flowers. I love pumpkin flowers. Look how yellow and buttery they are. They look yum. Another chili plant hidden among the pumpkins. And these yellow squash, which just keep giving me, not squash, yellow zucchinis. Just little short ones. I don't know what's going on. Basil, looking good. Cos lettuce, chives. I've hacked this back. You would never know. Well, yes, you would, but I think I know. It's looking really good. Some more sage, thyme. It gets a bit messy. The birds come and dig around in the mulch, but that's okay. I'm sure they're getting rid of bugs. And this semi-successful zucchini plants over here, I'll pull them off today. I don't like them getting very big because you'll have zucchinis coming out of your ears. And the little flowers, they're sort of working. Not sure what to do with this garden bed. I think I'll get my drill thing and give it a touch up. Anyway, plus the lawn's looking good, except for the landmines. Landmines, dog. Dahlias. Oh, there's one just about to come up in flower here. They've filled in this corner just nicely. The potato bags, yet to see anything come up yet. Not really expecting anything. They're not seed potatoes. It's the wrong time of year. Anyway, that's the tour of the garden. I'm really happy with how it's looking. And I'll plant out those seeds today. We'll see how they're looking next week.